In an incident sure to add yet another controversial chapter to her legacy of inflamed tensions with the media, Meghan Markle was unceremoniously ejected from the ABC studios in New York City yesterday after being caught attempting to smuggle a hidden recording device onto the set of The View. According to multiple reports, the Duchess of Sussex's appearance on the long-running talk show rapidly devolved into chaos when veteran host Whoopi Goldberg abruptly cut off her live interview segment after being tipped off that Meghan had clandestinely slipped an audio recording device onto the desk in front of her. "We went straight to commercial break as soon as Whoopi got word of what Meghan was trying to pull," said one show insider, who requested anonymity to freely discuss the incident. "It was like she had this mental break and lost complete touch with reality and professionalism right there on the air." Upon returning from the hasty ad break, audiences watched in shock as a visibly livid Goldberg immediately confronted Meghan about the unconscionable breach of trust and ethics before security swiftly ushered the former royal off the set. "Ms. Markle had been advised repeatedly about our strict protocols regarding guests recording our production without prior authorization and consent, yet she tried to go behind all of our backs with this stunt anyway," an irate Goldberg informed viewers. "That kind of unethical behavior is grounds for being immediately excused under ABC workplace policies, and that's exactly what we're doing here." Meghan could be seen on the broadcast emphatically gesturing in protest and pleading to be allowed to explain herself as she was unceremoniously escorted out of the studio. However, the damage was already done as The View's panelists took turns lambasting her lack of contrition and respect for the show's boundaries. "It was like this brazen awareness-defying delusion of false entitlement where she thought she could play by her own set of unilateral rules," said co-host Sunny Hostin. "We're on live national television here. There's no room for that type of shifty nonsense." According to TMZ, the caught red-handed Duchess was still fuming hours later during an impromptu stand-up outside the ABC building where she angrily doubled down on attempting to record the segment for her own purposes. "It's a way I protect the truth and reality of my words for my own transparency and accountability," an agitated Meghan ranted while being flanked by private security. "I cannot once again allow other people's voices to distort my lived experience and force further bylinings of salacious falsehoods, drowning out my truths." The fiery comments represent the latest escalation in the long-simmering tensions between Meghan and various media outlets she accuses of persistently misrepresenting her words and motives. For years now, the Duchess has leveled explosive charges of overt editing and omissions from the racist media cartel designed to smear her public image for clicks and ratings. In her infamous 2021 Oprah interview, she famously accused one UK publication of launching a calculated campaign of gaslighting against her. Supporters like Oprah and Serena Williams have voiced solidarity with Meghan's frustrations over the prevalence of bad faith reporting and out-of-context quoting from the press. Some have even advocated for the Duchess recording her own receipts as a form of self-preservation. However, many veteran journalists and ethics experts have pushed back forcefully against such tactics as irreparably violating the covenant of earned trust and transparency that allows their profession to function. No matter how aggrieved one might feel about coverage, surreptitiously recording someone without consent corrodes the bedrock of credibility the media world operates on, stated Rich Hanley, director for the School of Communication at Quinnipiac University. By taking that unilateral action, Ms. Markle directly undermines the integrity of her truth-telling aims and instead positions herself as a partisan actor trying to weaponize information for her specific agenda, Hanley added. Representatives for the Duchess, unsurprisingly, offered a defiant retort that framed the recording incident as just the latest display of racism and discrimination targeting the trailblazing royal. Today's events demonstrated the very reason why Meghan needs to create her own protected media trail of actualized facts, to shatter the hegemonic mainstream media apparatus weaponized to camouflage the lived truths of marginalized figures like herself, a spokesperson for the Sussex's Archwell media empire stated. "We fully anticipated and embraced this backlash as the rebel ion of silencing systems rages in fear of the dismantling of their dominance." Meghan's devoted legion of supporters have similarly rushed to champion her suppressed voice and the necessity of exploring new media models. However, even among the Duchess' most ardent defenders, there appears to be a growing sense that such controversies and acts of disruption are ultimately causing more damage than positive change. Many worry her fixation on creating viral PR firestorms threatens to overwhelm and subvert her humanitarian advocacy goals. These cycle of chaos antics risk marginalizing the vital issues Meghan should be laser-focused on elevating to advance her vital societal missions, said Shola Omorowin, a royal commentator based in Nigeria. At a certain point, the distractions and self-inflicted credibility deficits negate the entire point of having her voice out there. Of course, whether Meghan is willing or even capable of adopting a lower temperature, less instigating approach after years of scorched earth media pyrotechnics remains an open question. If her defiant reaction outside ABC is any indication, the Duchess appears committed to doubling down on her disruptive tactics regardless of the collateral damage to her already polarized image. But in the aftermath of yet another high-profile media implosion of her own making, many wonder if she hasn't already secured herself a level of perpetual distrust and toxicity in elite circles that will ultimately hinder her grander change-making aspirations. What is your take on this matter? Please tell us in the comments. Remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.